I came to LA to go to graduate school at UCLA, business school, so I was for profit. I was going to make my career in investment banking. And I started out at Payne Weber and at Citicorp, and that's where I met John. I grew up as a lukewarm Lutheran. John Smet went to church, and I found that very compelling that a young man went to church. I became a full-time mom. As my kids grew, my interest in education grew, and we believe that education is the key. So my kids had access to good public and parochial and independent schools out here. And I realized that the kids in the inner city didn't have that they weren't being given the skills that they needed to do well in life.
Helping children access a quality education really has driven and drives Cindy and John and the energy that they put into education in Los Angeles for the underserved.
What we want to do is help people who want to help themselves. So we knew that Catholic schools were good, that people weren't being able to access them because they didn't have enough money. And that's when we started the Onward Scholars.
Well, I think the Onward Scholars program matters because it provides students with opportunities that otherwise they wouldn't have.
Without the Onward Scholars, I would have never applied to Stanford. Being a first-generation student, like my mom never went to college, so having a mentor and having the Onward Scholars program helped me know where I wanted to go and the path I needed to go in.
Since freshman year, we're already thinking about colleges and what we want to do in our lives. And it's never like you can't do this or you can't do that. It's more, how can we get you towards it?
One of the things that set Cindy apart from other benefactors is the fact that she's very hands-on.
It's been more than a scholarship because I've had a personal connection with her. Yes, she cares for my education, but she also cares about my well-being and what I will do next in my life.
And that's what Cindy is. She's self-driven, self-motivated, and she has a really big heart.
The Archdiocese of Los Angeles is blessed to have the Smets provide this variety of Onward programs.
I am eternally grateful for having somebody like that in my life and for them to be in the lives of my students.
And I had the pleasure to go to one of my schools last week. The principal said, "This is Mrs. Smet, and she and her husband are giving this 3-year grant." And she said, "Does anybody know why Mrs. Smet would do this?" And a little 3rd grade girl raised her hand, and she said, "So that we can have better lives." And that's it. That's it. If they get that we're invested in them, and they do the work, and they have better lives, we've won.